13 Huge EastEnders spoilers for next week from the 15th to the 17th of April 2024. What's coming up in Walford? 1. George faces more setbacks. George makes a difficult phone call to his estranged son Junior to update him about the latest family news, but gets his voicemail. Eddie later contacts George, who asks if they can meet to discuss Gloria. During a vicious showdown, Eddie and George trade hurtful words, which send George deeper into despair. 2. Patrick arrives home. Yolande is busy organizing the fundraiser with Pastor Clayton when Patrick arrives home. As they catch up, Pastor Clayton is irritated that Yolande's focus has been diverted. Patrick is shocked to hear about everything that's happened while he's been away, including the news that Denise is living at Phil's. 3. Nadine drops a bombshell on Jay. Honey and Jay get their marathon numbers, but Jay is shocked when he receives a voice note from Nadine telling him that she needs to see him urgently. Jay doesn't reply to Nadine immediately, choosing to confide in Gina instead. Gina advises him to find out what she wants, but when he meets her, Nadine drops the bombshell that she's pregnant with his baby. Overwhelmed, Jay rushes off. 4. George makes a dangerous mistake. George heads to the underground boxing club unable to contain his fury over recent events, but a concerned Phil stops him. Phil begs him not to fight, but George won't listen and ends up getting knocked out. The following day, George wakes up on Phil's sofa battered and bruised. Elaine, Anna and Gina are horrified to see the state of George when he returns, but he lies that some thugs jumped them. 5. Jade struggles with the aftermath of Dean's actions. Johnny, Linda, Sharon, Denise and Stacy meet to discuss making their plan watertight. Jean tries to comfort Jade, who struggles to comprehend Dean's actions. 6. Whitney struggles to hide her secret. Lauren puts pressure on Whitney to take Brittany back to Milton Keynes. Ignoring her friend's advice, Whitney makes plans to get Brittany into Walford High to restart her education. 7. Patrick grows suspicious of Pastor Clayton. Patrick tries to find out why Denise isn't angry about Jack cheating, and arranges a meal with her, Chelsea and the kids to spend quality family time together. Although Yolande is busy with the fundraiser, she agrees to attend. But when Pastor Clayton interrupts their meal, Yolande invites him to join them. Over dinner, Patrick becomes aware that Pastor Clayton knows more than he does about Denise's troubles and gets jealous of his closeness to Yolande and the family. 8. Yolande is sexually assaulted. Yolande feels the pressure on the day of the fundraiser, which is only made worse by spiky comments from Pastor Clayton's wife Stella. Patrick isn't impressed to find Yolande and Pastor Clayton alone, even though they're just picking up supplies. Patrick and Yolande have a furious row as a result of this, which leads her to tell him not to come to the event at all. Before the fundraiser, Yolande is alone in the kitchen at the community center when Pastor Clayton comes in and sexually assaults her. 9. Cindy worries about George. Elaine decides not to intervene when George storms out, but Cindy can't shake off her concerns and confronts Phil to find out where he's going. Phil and Cindy arrive at the boxing club to find the bouncers refusing George entry. Cindy is worried, and takes him to the boxing den to talk. 10. Yolande is supported by Elaine. Shaken after the attack, Yolande heads to the laundrette. When Elaine finds her, Yolande confides in her about what's happened. 11. Jay prepares to tell his family the truth. Jay is struggling to process the news that Nadine is pregnant. She feels that he's sticking his head in the sand, and explains why she didn't tell him sooner. Torn over what to do, Jay turns back to Gina, who encourages him to tell the family as soon as he can. Taking Gina's advice, Jay gets Callum, Honey and Billy together to break the news. 12. Cindy struggles on Lucy's anniversary. Peter and Ian bring family and friends together to remember Lucy on the day before the 10th anniversary of her death. Cindy struggles as she misremembers things and is reminded how much of Lucy's life she missed. She later slips away to find George at the boxing den. 13. Lauren is furious with Whitney. Whitney is nervous about taking Brittany to Walford High and gets her to cover for the lie she's told. When Lauren discovers what Whitney has done, she's furious, and the two friends fall out.
Các bạn vừa theo dõi một sản phẩm của OK Spoiler. Xin chào và hẹn gặp lại các bạn video tiếp theo.